Hello, wonderful family. It's good to be back here again today. I am here to share about my book. You are unstoppable. Reach your goals in spite of obstacles. I'm sharing about this book today to inspire you, to encourage you, to let you know that you can go beyond every limit that has been set for you by society, by your own self, by people around you. You can break those limits. I published this book in 2019, but it has actually been on my desktop for about like 4 or 5 years. But today, I cannot wait to start sharing the details of this book with you and also share the links with you where you can get copies to buy. So you are unstoppable. How the topic even came about is amazing. So let's go into the details of the book. You're Unstoppable is a book that I wrote where I shared my personal life experience growing up after high school, how difficult life became, and when I started facing life as a young person. I know some of you out there have just graduated high school or have just graduated university or any tertiary institution, college. You are looking forward to starting your life. You are looking around and you are looking for opportunities, but things are not working out. I want to tell you, I have been where you are and you can be even higher than where I am now. I'm still not there yet. The book has 5 chapters and I will go through each chapter just to give you a breakdown of the chapters to just inspire you and also encourage you to buy this book. I wrote this book because I wanted to put my story out there to inspire young people out there who might be looking for a mentor, who might be looking for someone to inspire them, someone to guide them, someone to encourage them and make them know that they too can reach every level that they dream for themselves and everything that they plan to achieve, because it is very possible. So let's go into chapter 1. Chapter 1 is titled Erase the Childish Thoughts. I actually picked this topic because I felt like at some point, looking back at my life, I know I have behaved childishly in some ways, so many ways, which if it was now, I wouldn't do those things. And I know that most of us behave childishly. Sometimes we have parents who are taking care of us, so we don't actually think about the consequences of our actions. We have everything done for us, so we don't even think about tomorrow. Some of us have everything, but we don't even take advantage of them to build our own lives. We are just living life haphazardly. We're just living life without any plan, without any dreams. If you are such a person, please start rethinking your actions and choices, because I tell you, in the next 5-10 years, you would be regretting those things that you should have done, which you never did, and those things that you shouldn't have done, which you went ahead to do. Childish thoughts are misleading. You might think you are doing the right thing, but it is not the right thing. Sometimes you don't even listen to the adults when they give advices, when they educate you, when they share their personal experiences with you. Sometimes we hear them just like story. So before you end up making choices and decisions that will... My book just fell. Okay, let's pick it up and continue. Okay. These are some of the things I have to go through when I'm recording video, and today I'm keeping this in. I'm not going to cut it away. Okay, let's continue, people. So as I was saying, childish thoughts can blind you. It can actually, keep you thinking like a child and not really taking decisions that you have to start taking, because as soon as you are 18, you are an adult and every choice and decision you make affects you and you live with them. In this chapter, I also talked about facing life as a young person, where I had just graduated high school, on top of the world, and just entering the world to see the difficulties and the challenges that there are in there. Starting work from a small village private school, then went to Accra to hustle, to live with someone as a cleaner. I thought I was going to become a teacher, but I became a cleaner, a house help. Came back again to Hawkway where I started life, and then I continued teaching in a private school, doing petty businesses here and there. I had to sell, I had to do other things just to make ends meet. And at that point, I started raising my younger siblings. At the point where I should be guided, I should be supported, I should be, taken care of. As a teenager, I ended up becoming a mother, taking care of my siblings. So I share this part of my life story in this book, and I hope that as you get a copy of this book to read, you will also get inspired and you'll learn a lot from this. Chapter 2 talks about some challenges facing young people. the struggle with pride, where you don't know the thing and you are being taught by an adult, you are being guided, but you feel like I know it, you know. You know that kind of attitude, you know what I'm talking about, right? And then peer influence, where we are influenced by our friends, our peers, things that are around us, things we see them do. I shared quite a few stories here as well, and it's going to inspire and guide you. Decision making is also one of the challenges that young people face, which I talked about in this book, where we become very wobbly as in we don't know whether to do A or to do B. When we are faced with choices, we don't think about them objectively, we just go with the flow, you know, because somebody is doing that, we're also doing that. For instance, even when you're going to senior high school or university to select a course that you want to read, you want to do that based on what somebody else is going to do. Sometimes we even leave our future and our dreams and our aspirations to chance. We don't make choices that would affect us positively. We leave it to chance. I hope you are not living your life to chance. I hope you're not allowing anything at all to happen in your life. I hope you are taking and making the right decisions and choices that will lead you to the success and the dream and aspirations that you are hoping for. Another one of our struggle is microwave mentality, where we want everything to happen fast, quick. We just don't want to wait. We just don't want to take time. We just don't want to, allow nature and things to happen by itself and take its course. We just want everything quick. The quick money, the quick everything, It's time for us to learn to be patient. Sometimes you just have to wait and let life happen. Sometimes you have to take the action right there and then. You don't have to have that mentality that things should happen in the easy way for you. Any person who has that sort of mentality never grows. You would get all those flashy things very quickly, but they will just be gone in a few minutes. You will look for them and you cannot find them. Everything you've worked for, everything you spent time on creating and building is sustainable. Chapter 3 talks about smashing the bedrock of fear deep inside of us. All of us have fears. Don't tell me you don't have fears. We all have fears. Every one of us has fear. But then, what do we do in the midst of fear? Even when you feel the fear, do it anyway. That is the sort of mentality that I have. And this book is going to guide you a lot in that as well. There is a quote in the book and I want to read it out loud for you to hear. It says, "The problems we face most times teaches priceless lessons we live with for the rest of our lives." So I want you to know the problems you're going through, the difficulties you're going through right now are going to teach you priceless lessons which you would be grateful for in the near future. Right now, you might think it's difficult, it's painful, it's but in the near future, when you look back, you tell yourself, wow, I think it was good I went through those things. Now, let me tell you why I say this. The challenges and difficulties I went through built me for the time that I am in right now. Here I am, I've migrated from my country to a different country. I don't have a job that I'm doing. I'm just in my room. But because I have things that I've been doing, because I am used to, because I have trained myself, to be able to endure difficult times, here I am in front of this camera, laughing and enjoying myself, having fun. And I try to be creative. Every challenge that I see in front of me, I make something good out of it. It's time to smash that bedrock of fear deep inside of you. If you don't smash that fear, you are not going to go forward. You will feel the fear, all right, but let the fear go behind you and you lead the way. Another quote here says, "Challenges are often the forces that pushes us to go beyond the limit we set for ourselves." Challenges forces us to go beyond the limits that we have set for ourselves. What limit have you set for yourself? It's time to go beyond that limit. Another topic in the chapter 3 is hold on to the courageous part of you. We all have courage as well. But there is one thing I want you to know. Courage and fear are not brothers. They can't go together. Where there is courage, there is no fear. And where there is fear, there is no courage. So it is either you accept and embrace courage or you allow fear to overshadow courage. So which one are you going to do? It is your choice to make. And I'm sure when you get a copy of this book, You're Unstoppable, you'll be able to read more into details and get more points from. I'm just sharing this book with you because I feel like I have to share the content in this book with you who is watching, who has subscribed to my channel. And you who is here today just watching this or watching me for the very first time, my name is Rita Siao. I am a public speaker, I am an author, I am the founder of a non-profit organization called Feminine Star Africa, where we empower young women and girls and we support them through education. I actually published this book in order to raise funds to help put young women to school. So many young women are going through the problem that I went through those years when I was struggling. I had to take care of my own self in school, pay my bills, pay everything, and still take care of my siblings. There are so many young women going through such a situation right now. And imagine now in COVID, where there is no money anywhere, businesses are closed, jobs are closed. How can they do this? How can they survive? That's why I am encouraging you to please buy a copy of this book. As you buy a copy of this book, we are going to put 15 young women into school this year, 2020. It's difficult, but we are going to make this year the best year for them. I hope you help me to do that. Triumph over misery. You too can. You know, I shared people's story here about how they were able to triumph over, the misery, the hardships, and the difficulties, and my own story as well. I remembered before I went to teacher training college, I was told I had failed. So I was not taken for access course, which was a course rolled out to help people who didn't pass some few core subjects to be able to go to the teacher training college. I passed, I think I had 2 elective subjects and I passed 3 core subjects, but I failed core mathematics. And because of this core mathematics, I was told I was a failure. The power of determination, my dear. You have to be very determined. Without determination, without the edge, without persistence, you cannot go anywhere. You can't go far away. I did a video which I'll be sharing the link here, which is motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. You cannot keep going if you are not determined. You would just give up on yourself. Are you ready to give up on those beautiful, amazing dreams that you have? I don't think so. So don't give up, my dear. Don't give up yet. I have been where you are. One day I'm going to do a Q&A section and talk about myself, my story, what inspires me, what keeps me going, and I hope that will be something to inspire you. But this book tells you almost everything about me, and I hope that you buy a copy. So this chapter, the first topic under this chapter is be determined to be a victor. Be determined to be the winner. Be determined to be the one who comes out as a winner. Be determined. Don't just give up on yourself. Don't quit when you've just started. There is a quote here from Viktor Frankl, and I want us to share this quote together. It says, "Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of human freedom to choose one's own way." You have the freedom to choose your own way. Nobody can take that from you. No one can take that from you. So it's time for you to take your future, your dreams, your aspirations, turn them from just being dreams and desires into reality. It is time. Nobody can take that from you. No one. The next topic is explore possible ways out of your hustle. It is hustle. We are all hustling. Even where I am right now, it's a hustling field. Because I've just gotten here, I have to learn my way around everything. I have to look for a job. I have to survive. Okay, this is a tough system. Without any money, you cannot eat. You can't pay your rent. You can't pay for your utilities, and you're just there. You can actually end up homeless here easily than back in Ghana. So it is a hustling field. It's a battlefield that I have to stay firm and keep fighting. So if I am not giving up, I think you should not do that either. The other topic in this chapter is have a dream, love greatness. Do you have a dream? Do you love being a great person? Do you love having comfort? Do you love having, life, enjoying life at its best? Then this book is for you. Get a copy, all right? And it will help you. Chapter 5 is the reward of perseverance. This is something I would love you to read so much, because in this chapter I shared stories of other young people. In this chapter we have topics like motivation, why we need to be motivated, how do I motivate myself? This is a question we all ask. Sometimes you're just not in the mood, you just don't want to do anything, but how do you motivate yourself to keep you going in the midst of all the challenges and difficulties whilst you're chasing your dreams and aspirations? This book will guide you to do that. Another topic is how do other people motivate us? there is a need to have a team or a mastermind or a group of people who inspire you, who encourage you, who edge you on when you feel down and you fall down and you feel like you can't go on. Then there's another topic here that says be your own inspiration. The power of perspiration is also another topic under this chapter, which is chapter 5, the power of perspiration. It takes a lot of sweat. You need to sweat to live your dreams. It can't just happen overnight. You need to put in the work. Sometimes sleepless nights, sometimes sweating it out. That is how you get your dream coming into realities. It doesn't just happen by magic. The last topic, use your passion to your advantage. So in this part, I also share the story of one famous Ghanaian musician who is Wiyala, the Lioness of Africa. She shared her story of how at a point they were even homeless, not having money, not having food to eat, but how she used her passion, her talent to change the story of her family. She rose from nowhere, from the ground there, from all those difficulties, to become a world-known name, a household name, the Lioness of Africa, an award-winning musician. It takes guts, it takes passion, it takes your talent. All these things can go a long way to help you live your dream. Also, the story of a young man, Jean-Francois Favori. He was a Mandela Washington Fellow 2017. That was where we met for the first time, and he shared his story in my book. He shared his story from how he was very normal as a kid. Everything was good. Then all of a sudden, he fell ill and then he became paralyzed. He could not walk again. So now he has to learn to live with this disability for the rest of his life, and he has made the best out of his life. He decided to take his life into his own hands and change his own dream and create his own destiny. You too can create your own destiny. I hope you find value into this content and I hope it inspires you. I so invite you to buy a copy of this book. You'll find the link to buy this book on Amazon in the description, and you also find a link to buy this book in Ghana on Booknook store. I hope you buy a copy of this book to put a girl to school, to give them a reason to be happy, to give them a reason to stay out of trouble, to give them a reason to have a better life. You'll find all the details in the description, so please buy a copy of the book, and I hope that we would touch some lives, and I'll come back here to share with you the amazing work that your donation and your buying of this book has done. If you also wish to donate to support my non-profit organization, I'm also going to share the links in the description so that you can support other young girls who are so desperate and looking forward to having their dreams become reality. Thank you so much for watching my content. For those of you who are new here, hello there, my name is Rita. I am an educator, a public speaker, and the author of You Are Unstoppable, Reach Your Goals in Spite of Obstacles. And I am the founder of a non-profit organization, Feminine Star Africa, where we empower young women. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Click the link below, subscribe, and then also click the notification bell so that you will be notified anytime I put a new video up. Thank you for your time. I love you. Bye.